Deep fried balls testicles. Well, no. Hi guys, and welcome to another video. So in our recent videos we've been looking into the United States and sort of working our way around just a little bit, but we thought we'd branch out a little bit and look into food, because food is probably food is life. Yeah,
and we love it.
It's arguably our favorite topic. It makes us happy. When I'm sad, food cheers me up. And obviously, being in the States, we know that they have plenty of lovely food to offer. So yeah, we was just gonna delve in, and in this particular video, it's 50 state favorites, the most iconic food. So that'll be interesting.
That'll be very
give us a very nice insight to what's available, hopefully. And see what ticks our boxes, really.
And I guess it would be about what each state most recognizable food is.
I guess what they showcase. So
yeah, or they're known for, maybe.
Could be, yeah. It could be like a signature dish, or it could just be like something that's incredible.
A cuisine.
Who knows?
Yeah, we'll find out together.
Until we start, really, are we? Let's begin.
Let's go.
From Maine lobster rolls to New York pizza, here is each state's favorite food. Alabama's pick is smoked chicken with white sauce. Chicken is smoked for hours and then dunked in a tangy white sauce. Alaska commercially harvests more than 100 million salmon a year. It can be cooked a number of ways: grilled, smoked, cured, you name it. The Sonoran dog is originally from Mexico, but is extremely popular in Arizona.
So it's just a hot dog, is it?
Yes.
She said something dog, but it looks like it's just got everything on it.
Yeah.
Bacon-wrapped hot dog is topped with beans, onions, tomato, and a drizzle of mustard
so
and jalapeno salsa. Arkansas takes its cheese dip very seriously. There's even a world cheese dip
That's a strange thing to be known for. Like, everyone's got their signature dish, and then Arkansas has a dip.
Famous
dip. Best, I guess.
Why not?
In Little Rock every year. 90% of the avocados produced in the U.S. come from California. And it's not just guacamole and avocado toast that's being made. There are avocado burgers, fries, chocolate, and even beer.
Ugh. Avocado chocolate.
Yeah. I don't know. Avocado makes everything like creamy, and you can see how that would be smooth.
What would you replace instead of? What ingredient? What is it replacing? Milk?
I don't know. Maybe it's just in addition to everything else.
Maybe.
Rocky Mountain oysters are a Colorado.
Oh, oysters, your favorite.
And yours? Rocky Mountain oysters.
Massive.
Colorado specialty. And they're not oysters. They're deep-fried bull testicles. Some say they...
What? Deep-fried bull testicles.
Did we hear that right?
That's what she said.
She's trying to mess with us.
Deep-fried balls testicles. Well, no. This isn't like I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. No. Look, oh man, just the thought of it. I don't want to eat no bollocks. No.
Oh, God.
Oh, mate.
Why did they call them Rocky Mountain oysters? Because it sounds
more appealing, doesn't it? Some kahunas right there. Oh, no, that's just wrong.
Which state was that?
What, is that one to avoid? I'll scroll back on. Here we go.
Oysters. They're deep-fried.
No, I think it's before this.
Oh, I missed it. Okay. So if we go... I'll go here. Yeah, we'll go.
Oh, it's Colorado.
That's Colorado. Rocky. Oh, man. One to take off the bucket list.
Rocky Mountain oysters are a Colorado specialty. And they're not oysters. They're deep-fried bull testicles.
I'm glad we know, though, because if we ever went there, it's like, oh, let's give oysters a go.
Famous
and this big sliced, like, bit of meat comes out.
New Haven-style pizza, also known as a Pete's, is characterized by its coal-fired thin crust. It originated at the Frank Pepe Pizzeria, which is also known for its white clam pizza. Chicken and
seafood and pizza. I just never really.
Well, you can talk with your pineapple on pizza.
There's
He's a pineapple on pizza kind of guy.
I'm sorry, but just
It's
right.
all kinds
It's
of
got
wrong.
everything it needs on a pizza, aside from love. No one likes it. I don't know. Good for me.
Is a Delaware comfort food. These slippery
Delaware?
dumplings are rolled out paper thin and cut into large rectangles. The Cuban sandwich is made with ham, roast pork, Swiss cheese, pickles, and mustard. It was created by Cuban immigrants in Florida. The peach cobbler is one of the most popular desserts in Georgia, especially since the peach is the official state fruit.
Nice.
Is that a bit like an apple pie style?
I don't know. I've always
a cobbler.
Yeah.
I don't know what a cobbler is.
Gonna have to try it.
Hawaii poke. That looks fishy.
Native to Hawaii. It consists of diced raw fish
think
such as
it's
salmon
poke.
or tuna tossed in sauce.
I might be wrong.
Hey, cats, stop.
Sorry, our
cats
cats
are
are play fighting.
Idaho grows the most potatoes in the U.S.
Potatoes.
These potatoes are made
Can't go
into
wrong
French
with
fries,
potatoes,
chips, and other carb delights. While there is a debate on which restaurant has the best, it's irrefutable that Chicago deep dish pizza is a must-have. The gooey treat is baked in a pan and full of cheese.
Yes, and I think they do cheese first and then the sauce on top.
Oh, so it's like a cheese sandwich
down.
in a way.
No.
Oh, you mean they reverse it?
Yeah, so you got the dough, which is like a deep
Oh, so you
dough,
have like
and
basically
then you have
dough, cheese, then
and the sauce, yeah, on top.
I don't know if I like that though, because I kind of like.
It's very famous though. People love it.
It's like runny, isn't it? I like the kind of the crispy cheese on top, if that makes sense. I like that kind of where it solidifies a bit because it's cooked and it's browned and it's gone. I kind of like that. It gives you a little bit of a bite, you know.
Yeah, but this is something different.
It is. It looks sloppy though.
Might be nice.
I'm just going to get messy. That's my only concern with it. I suppose good food makes you messy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy goodness.
You probably win there. Okay,
look at that cheese pull.
Looks good.
Tenderloin sandwiches, especially when they're fried
like
to crispy perfection. These sandwiches are known for being bigger than your face. The made-right sandwich is a loose meat beef sandwich. It's kind of like a sloppy Joe without the sauce.
It's like mincemeat.
It can get a little bit messy, but it is totally worth it.
I've never heard of this one.
Kansans love their barbecue ribs.
Okay.
Baby backs are coated with special rub and smothered with finger-licking barbecue sauce. The hot brown is an open-faced sandwich consisting of turkey, tomato, Mornay sauce, and bacon. It's put under a broiler until crispy and brown and was invented in the Brown Hotel in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
Gumbo is a Louisiana treasure and also the state's official cuisine. The dish has its roots in many different cultures, including African, French, and Choctaw.
Stew.
Often served from a big pot, it's filled with chicken and sausage or a seafood medley. Lobster rolls rule in Maine, especially since 90% of U.S. lobsters are caught off the Maine coast. A lobster roll is piled high with large chunks of lobster with little to no fillers. Marylanders are obsessed with crab, and one of the best ways to eat it is crab cake. Just don't forget to add some Old Bay. No food is more iconic in Massachusetts than clam chowder. This creamy soup is filled with vegetables, cream, stock, and clams. Get it in a bread bowl to make it extra special. Mackinac Island fudge is a must-have in Michigan. There are over 13 fudge shops, collectively making more than 10,000 pounds of fudge daily during the peak travel season, making Mackinac Island America's fudge capital. Nothing screams Minnesota more than tater tot hot dish. Vegetables, ground beef, and cream of mushroom soup are topped with tater tots and roasted to golden perfection. You can find the best fried catfish in Mississippi.
Potato croquets.
Yeah, like mini hash brown.
I think we have the tots here. The potato tot things.
Yeah.
Fried catfish.
Mississippi. Not surprising, since the state is the world's leading producer of pond-raised catfish. Toasted ravioli is St. Louis's fun take on the pasta dish.
I like the ravioli actually.
Each ravioli is breaded, fried, and served with marinara sauce.
That sounds good.
Huckleberries are grown in the northwestern United States, especially in the mountainous parts of Montana, and they can be made into anything.
Syrup, huckleberry jam, huckleberry pretzels, man, berry cherry pretzels, huckleberry sauce, huckleberry.
You get it. Chili with a cinnamon roll is a match made in heaven.
Chili with a cinnamon roll.
This has been served as a school lunch in the Midwest since the 19th
I don't know about that. I I mean, I love a chili and I love a cinnamon roll, but I don't know if I would ever think
It's a bit of a
to
weird
put
thing
them
to
together.
dunk it in, isn't it?
Yeah,
To me, I feel like if you dunk a cinnamon roll in a chili, it's just going to taste like chili.
like
Really?
sweet chili maybe.
Maybe, but I think that's, yeah, it depends if it's a glazed cinnamon roll or what, doesn't it?
Yeah, that one looked glazed.
Yeah, so they're still going to retain a bit of sweet. I don't know. It sounds a bit weird to me.
It does, but I don't know.
It's like having ketchup on your ice cream, isn't it?
No, not really. I could see this working, whereas
I
ketchup on
can't.
ice cream,
Nah,
absolutely
for
not.
me, it's just a no-go. Like, they're two separate dishes. I'll have my dessert and I'll have my main. Just keep them apart. Yeah? Nebraska.
Pre-coronavirus, buffet culture was big in Las Vegas. Prices range from $5 for a breakfast buffet.
Actually, when I was in
$5?
Vegas, it depends where you go. So
Yeah.
each hotel, because when I was in Vegas, we did it as well. But each hotel has its own buffet.
Mhm.
I went to the Caesar Palace one. Caesar Palace, and that was around, I want to say $25 or 25.
Well, for breakfast.
For eight? No, it's not. Well, is that with breakfast?
This is breakfast. You said it was $5.
The one I went to was like a buffet, but it was like all you can eat buffet. But it was
time.
We went around lunch.
Oh, okay.
It was like everything. It has like everything, literally. Like, massive king prawns, all sorts. It's like a bit of fluff from the cat, I think.
$65 at the Bacchanal buffet at Caesar's Palace, which included unlimited
that's
prime
what I've been
rib
to.
and crab legs. Apple cider donuts are a New England favorite. New Hampshire is home to many apple orchards, including the oldest continuously operated one in America, Apple Crest Farms. Saltwater taffy dates back to the 1880s in Atlantic City, New Jersey. A mixture of corn syrup, sugar, and butter is stretched until it becomes aerated, then individually wrapped. The New Mexico chili is a staple ingredient in New Mexico cuisine. It starts out as a green pepper and ripens into a red one. It's often roasted or made into a puree. New York pizza is legendary. Some say it's the New York City tap water that gives the dough its characteristic foldable yet crispy crust.
What's in the water?
There are two barbecue styles in North Carolina, Eastern and Lexington. Eastern lays claim to whole hog barbecuing, while Lexington style mostly uses pork shoulder meat with a ketchup-based sauce. Nefla soup is rich and creamy, filled with potato and small dough balls. This dish comes from the German Russians who settled in North Dakota.
The German Russians. It's a weird mix, isn't it? The German Russians. Is that the Russians, the Germans that invaded Russia and then never left? German Russians? Just a weird mix, isn't it?
I have no idea.
I'm so confused by that one.
But I've never heard of this before.
The Buckeye is a peanut butter ball dipped in chocolate. It resembles the nut of the Buckeye tree, often found in Ohio.
Peanut butter.
Chicken fried steak is the...
I like peanut butter, but I don't like it in desserts. Like Reese's, for example.
Oh, so you don't... Okay.
I don't like getting candy or desserts.
No,
I just like a little bit of peanut butter on a spoon.
Yeah. Oh, chicken fried steak. Okay, this is a bit of me.
Epitome of Southern comfort food. A large piece of beef steak is breaded and pan-fried, and you can't forget the gravy. The Marionberry pie is an Oregon favorite. The Marionberry was actually created at Oregon State University as part of a berry developing partnership with the U.S. Department of Agriculture in the early 1900s.
Yeah.
The Philly cheesesteak is world famous.
This is quite famous.
A hoagie roll is loaded with an absurd amount of beefsteak. Then provolone or cheese whiz is added.
When they're saying beefsteak, it's like mincemeat, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm looking at that, it's mincemeat. So it's mincemeat and cheese with some herbs and whatnot, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if it's... Yeah, I think so.
It's your favourite cheese though, isn't it? It's the really melty cheese. It's like the kind of the fake burger sliced cheese, isn't it?
It's just American cheese, isn't it?
It's very popular over in America.
Yeah.
I remember it's strange though, because over here we're used to slightly different cheese. So when I went to America, everything had like American cheese, like the really kind of the runny cheese that you guys have. And I don't know, like the first I had like a cheese and ham omelette, and it was the best thing I ever had. Like, because I've not experienced this kind of melty cheese, and it was all in there, and I was opening the omelette, and cheese everywhere, amazing. But then after literally the first time, it was just like it gets sickly very quickly. Well, it's just too much. There's too much. It's overpowering. I just couldn't get used to it after that. But in the right situation, like a burger,
Like on a burger, yes, I would prefer this.
probably. I
kind
mean,
of
in here
cheese.
it makes sense as well because
Yeah.
it's kind of like, I don't want to say it's a burger, but it's kind of, you know, the same mince and beef and whatnot as a burger would have as a patty. So
It works
can
in a
work,
Philly
yeah.
cheesesteak.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know if it's always done with this type of cheese. I think
No,
I've seen
I'm
it
not
done with
sure.
other types of cheeses as well.
This is true. I mean, we haven't seen everything,
Yeah.
so we don't know.
Added on top. Stuffed clams, also
Rhode
known
Island.
as stuffies, are a local favorite in Rhode Island.
I think that would be
Giant
nice.
cool
Clams
hot
are
dogs.
quite
Clams?
nice because when we get that seafood pack, you know, the one we used to
Mm.
get from Iceland that had like the variety that had clams in it, and they were quite
Mhm.
nice. I haven't had clams really outside of that.
No.
It's not really something you get here that often, is it? Unless you go over to a seaside town,
Yeah.
I suppose.
Clams are stuffed with clam, herbs, and breading.
We also don't really go to seafood restaurants, do we?
No, we're
Not
not
really.
massive on seafood.
I really like shellfish and things like that, but not
Mm.
so much fish. Well, I don't mind fish, but I much prefer shellfish. You know, your prawns, your langoustines, your lobsters, all that sort of stuff.
You've got to try a low country boil in South Carolina.
Much like that.
It consists of shrimp, sausages, potatoes, corn, and some Old Bay. Chislic is pieces of cubed red meat, typically lamb, venison, or beef. It's usually grilled or deep fried.
Kebab.
German and Russian immigrants are credited with bringing the dish to South Dakota in the 1870s. Memphis-style ribs can be prepared dry or wet. Dry ribs are covered with a dry rub, while wet ribs are brushed with sauce throughout the cooking process.
Huh.
Texas goes big for barbecue.
There we go.
It's especially known for its juicy, fall-off-the-bone ribs and tender briskets
wow.
that have been smoked all day.
Wow.
Jell-O is so popular in Utah that it's the official
Really?
state snack. Utah
That's
culture
strange,
is
isn't it?
closely tied to Mormon culture, which also loves Jell-O. Vermont is
Interesting.
the leading producer of maple syrup in the U.S. Tree sap is boiled into sugar and then filtered into syrup before making its way onto your pancakes.
Mhm.
Smithfield
tree sap,
ham
I
is a
didn't know.
hometown favorite for Virginia. It's a
I
specific
suppose that makes sense because
Yeah.
maple syrup, maple trees.
Yeah.
I've never
You
actually
never
added-
made the
no,
connection.
I've never made that connection.
form of ham cured in Smithfield, Virginia. Coffee
Bacon.
culture is big in Washington. Home to coffee giant
not a
Starbucks,
fan
the
of
state
coffee.
also has many independently owned coffee shops to fuel your caffeine cravings. West Virginians love their pepperoni rolls. They were invented as an easy lunch meal for coal miners in the 1920s.
Okay.
Wisconsin is considered the cheese
Cheese
state, and one
curds.
of the best ways to eat cheese is cheese curds. Whether they're eaten fresh or deep fried, they make an awesome snack. Bison steaks are popular in Wyoming. They're described as having a lighter, slightly sweeter flavor than beef.
Interesting.
Oh,
Well, there we have it.
that was it.
Well, it's just a cool. I think it's just a very quick
A
insight,
very
isn't
quick
it?
overview of the whole 50 states. But
Well, before we get into that, just a big thanks to Insider for producing the video, and it's the most iconic food in every state, 50 state favorites. The video will be in the description below. Feel free to check out their stuff and support their channel. So yeah,
50
thoughts?
states, 50 food slash snacks.
There were some
slash-
interesting ones, wasn't there? So like, I didn't see like Jello. I didn't see that coming as like
Yeah.
but then I suppose not everyone specializes in their main food, like in food.
A main dish kind of
Um,
thing. Yeah. There was a dip there as well. Coffee.
Where was the dip? I can't. Yeah, there's so many of them. I can't remember.
I think it was Alabama, if I'm not mistaken. It was quite towards the beginning.
I'm not sure.
Might be wrong.
We won't guess because we might
No.
offend someone.
But if you are a US citizen or know of what
It was the cheese
your
dip, wasn't it?
state's
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry.
other favorite or main dish is, just let us know in the comments. It's quite interesting.
It was quite diverse as well.
Yeah, very
there was
diverse.
a lot of
Not
different
just-
cuisines there.
Mm.
Obviously, they're only showing us one dish, right? So
Yeah.
there's only so much they can showcase in one dish. But you could sort of see that, the more coastal towns had
Yeah, the
more
seafood
like the
and
seafood.
fish.
I don't even know where the Jello come from. Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But yeah,
It's gone quite quickly through the video.
And it's also interesting
the
the way they do the same things differently in some cases. Like the burger, one of them just has it as basically like beef, like mincemeat, isn't it? Like
yeah, it was a
burger.
sloppy Joe kind of situation where it was a bit messy.
I don't know if I'd like that. I mean, I think that the flavour would be amazing, but I don't know. Like, I don't mind messy food, but it's sometimes a bit annoying though, isn't it? Because you're going out, you're dressed up, and then your food's just all over you. And I get messy. You know, I can spill anything on me. So if I've got food that's just like oozing out everywhere, I'm going to get covered in the stuff. So,
well, if you fancy a sloppy Joe when you go out, you
just have to take an apron with me.
Yeah, just ask for extra tissue.
Yeah, there was certainly some interesting ones there, though.
Yeah, so I guess what we might do next, looking, forward into our food journey, is maybe look closer into the states or some of the states and see what else they're known for and what else.
I mean, from the general gist of that video, we kind of worked out that most of the coastal ones specialize in seafood.
Yeah.
Most of the southern ones specialize in like barbecue. And then there's a whole bunch of pizza, jello, and candy all around.
And some Cuban influence there as well.
Yes.
We've seen that like Florida kind of way.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Interesting.
We'll definitely be looking, I think we'll look more regional specific foods. So more varieties from certain, like maybe state, like
certain states, or
we'll pick a few states. I don't know if we'll work through all 50 of them.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. Maybe it's another series. Yeah. Or maybe we'll just pick a food that we love or have, USA
like
is famous for, and see who does it best throughout the country. That might be interesting.
But yeah, if you guys, if there's any states or anything that you would like to showcase or like us to look into, let us know in the comments below. But until next time, bye guys.